Good morning to one and all. Am I audible? Is my screen visible to all of you? Okay. So in the yesterday's lecture, we have seen one of the combinational circuit, that is full adder and the half adder. Okay. Now we will see how to design full adder using half adder. Okay. So what is the difference between full adder and half adder? Can you tell me? What is the difference between full adder and the half adder? Yes, Akshada, Aniket, Sendre. Tell me the difference between full adder and half adder. Unmute yourself. Yes, Aniket, are you there?
Yes,
Yes, Aniket.
yes, ma'am.
Yes, tell me the difference between
Yes,
half
tell me the
adder and
difference
full adder.
between half-hearted or full-hearted.
Yes, anybody?
Yes, anybody?
Yes. Half adder and full adder both
Yes.
are combinational
Half-hearted and
circuit. Both are
full-hearted,
nothing
both
but.
are
Yes,
combinational
Aniket,
circuit.
please
Both
mute
are nothing.
yourself.
Yes, Aniket, please mute yourself.
Okay, so half adder and full adder both are combinational circuits, but only difference is that half adder having only two inputs and two outputs, and full adder has three input, two output. Okay, half adder can be add only two single digit, and this is the drawback of half adder. Half adder cannot add two single digit along with carry. That's why the second one, that is full adder, is implemented to add two single digit along with carry. Okay, so we'll see how to design full adder using half adder. As we know, half adder has two inputs. Okay, we'll see first the block diagram of half full adder using half adder. Suppose this is one of the half adder and this is your second one half adder. Okay, then half adder has only two inputs. Suppose A and B. These are the two inputs of half adder. Then it has two input. One of the input is given. One of the output of half added one is given as input to the second one half added. That is sum. It is given as input to the second one half added. But what about this carry? Carry should be given to the OR gate, and C in coming from the previous operation, carry is coming from the previous operation, is connected as the second input to the second half adder, and then this is the sum of your addition, final sum of your addition, and carry out of the second one and carry out of the first one should be connected to the OR gate. OR gate. This is your final carry. This is the block diagram of full adder using half adder. In this, two different half adders are used. In this, A and B are the input of first one half adder. Sum of the first one is given as input to the second one half adder, and carry out of first and carry out of second is given as input to the OR gate. Suppose we'll see one example here. Suppose 0101 and 0110. This is your 4-bit numbers. Okay, these are your two 4-bit numbers, and you have to add these two numbers. Then you, how many full adder you have to use here? How many full adder you have to use? Yes, for this first full adder, then For this addition, second full adder. For this addition, third full adder. And for last one, you require fourth full adder. Means for the 4-bit numbers, for the addition of two 4-bit numbers, you have to use 4 flip-flop, or sorry, 4 full adders. Okay. So first full adder is having inputs 0 and 1. Suppose 0, 1 and 0. 1 and 0 is given as input to your first adder. Okay. Then output of this one is sum is 1 and carry is 0. So 1 is given as an output of this first one. It is directly connected to the input of half adder 2. Okay. Means input is also 1. One of the input of half adder is also 1. And Cout of this one. Cout of this one is 0, which is connected here. Okay. And here no previous data is there. So Cin is also 0. Where this Cin and this 0 and 1. Again half adder adds these two digits 1 plus 0. It is sum is equal to 1 and carry out is 0. And this 0 and the previous carry out of the first half adder is also 0. And that 0 0 carry becomes 0. Our truth table of OR gate gives if both inputs are 0, then output is also 0. Consider this case. Okay. So here 1 plus 1. 0. Sum is 0. Carry is equal to 1. Here 1 plus 1 output is given. And suppose this is also 1. Then 1 plus 1 0. Carry is 0. Previous carry is 1. Means Cin is also 1, which is coming from the addition of previous two digits. Okay. Means here 1 plus 1. Sum is 0 and carry generated here 1. Here Cin is also 1 and all A and B both bits are also 1 1. 1 plus 1 sum becomes 0 and carry becomes 1. Now the previous sum carry in is also 1. So it is given as a one of the input to half adder 2. Then this sum is directly given as input to the half adder 2. This sum 0 plus 1, answer is sum is equal to 1. But what about this? This carry becomes 0. And this 1 is also given as one of the input previous carry. Previous carry is given as one of the input to the OR gate. That is 1. And carry out generated at the second half adder is 0. So 0 1. What is the output of OR gate? Output of OR gate will become 1 here. Okay. So after adding these two bits, you are getting sum 1, carry 0. Sorry, sum 1 and carry also 1. Got it? This is the block diagram of full adder using half adder. So now we'll see full adder can be implemented using two half adder. Just draw this diagram. Have you completed that diagram? Yes? Okay. So we'll see how to design full adder using two half adder with the help of logic gates. Suppose A and B. What is the equation for sum in half adder? Tell me the equation for sum in half adder. Yes? A XOR B. Equation for sum. I am asking about equation for sum, which is A XOR B. Okay. So input is A and B. Then these inputs are given to XOR gate, which gives sum. Okay. And carry is equal to A into B. A into B means AND gate you have to use here. This is your first half adder. Okay. Then sum is given as one of the input. Sum is given as one of the input of the second half adder, and use Cin of the previous operation to the second XOR gate. Okay, and this is your final sum. But what about the carry? Again, this carry is this one and this one. We get this carry C out. Okay, so after this carry and this carry should be given as one of the input to the OR gate. This is your final carry out. These are the intermediate carry of first half adder. This is your first half adder and this is your second half adder. Got it? These blocks are of first half adder and these blocks are of second half adder, and this output of first carry and output of the second carry should be given as input to the OR gate. Okay, this is the circuit diagram of full adder using half adder. Previously we have seen the block diagram of full adder using half adder, and this is the circuit diagram of full adder using two half adders. Okay, here first one is XOR gate. Sum equation is A XOR B and carry equation is A into B. So use two input variables A, B given as the input to the XOR gate, and then these two inputs again used as a input of AND gate, which gives carry. Means this is your complete block of half adder 1, and this is the complete block of half adder 2, and then carry out of first half adder and carry out of second half adder is given as input to the OR gate, which is your final, which gives your final carry out. Okay, and this is your final sum. This is the block diagram, sorry. This is the circuit diagram of full adder using two half adder. Understood? Yes, any doubt? Okay. So just draw this diagram first. Then we'll see the next point. Have you completed? All of you draw this diagram first. Then we'll see the next digital combinational circuit, that is half subtractor. That is half subtractor. Your next problem definition is you have to design now. Is it visible? Yes. Those who have completed this diagram, they can consider the next problem definition, that is design half subtractor. Okay, this is your problem definition. Yes, shall I rub this? Completed? Okay, take some time. In your theory examination, there is one question, always ask one question on full adder. Okay, means design full adder. Then how to design full adder? Yes, if you have a problem definition, that is design full adder, then you should know what are the inputs of this combinational circuit and what are the outputs of this combinational circuit. Okay, after this, you have to write down truth table of full adder, which gives the input and output relationship. Number of inputs are 3 and number of outputs are 2. On the basis of combination of input, you have to write down output bits, that is sum and carry. And after that, you have to write down K-map to find the Boolean equation, simplify the K-map to get simplified Boolean equation, and lastly, you have to draw the logic diagram or the circuit of the given problem definition, that is full adder. Okay, so now we'll see design half subtractor. Design half subtractor. Can you design this half subtractor? Design half subtractor. Okay. What is the purpose of this half subtractor? This is also one of the combinational circuit which is used to subtract two binary digits. And this is also similar as half adder, means half adder has only two inputs and two outputs. Similarly, in the half subtractor, this circuit has only two inputs and two outputs. Okay, we'll see the block diagram of half subtractor. Again, it has two inputs and two outputs. But outputs are, first one is difference and second one is borrow. First output name is difference and the second output name is borrow. Okay, this is the block diagram. Once you know or once you determine what are the inputs and what are the outputs of your problem definition, what is your task? You have to write down the truth table. So, two number of inputs and two number of outputs. Then write down the truth table. Truth table shows input and output relationship. Okay, where inputs are, what are the inputs? Inputs are A and B. And outputs are, suppose B is the difference and B is the borrow. Okay, so two input bits are there. So you have to write down four combinations for two inputs. Initially 0, 0, then 0, 1, 1, 0, and then 1, 1. Okay, you can write down in any sequence. After this, difference is A minus B. You have to perform this A minus B and write down the output here for the difference and for the borrow. Means first combination is A minus B, that is 0 minus 0. Difference is 0. Borrow is also generated 0. Then 0 minus 1. When you subtract 1 from 0, you'll get difference 1 and you'll get borrow 1. Okay. So here for this combination only, A and B, A is equal to 0, B is equal to 1, will get difference 1 and borrow is also 1. For the next combination, if you subtract 0 from 1, difference will get 1 and borrow is 0. Now, next one is 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1, difference is also 1 and no need to consider borrow. So, borrow is also 0. Okay. So, after writing this truth table, do you have any doubt to write this truth table? Are you getting this? Yes? Is there any doubt? Only one condition is there. When you subtract 1 from 0, you are getting subtraction 1 and borrow 1. Okay, otherwise 1 minus 0, 1, 0. You have to use arithmetic operation for this purpose. Okay, after this you have to write down K-map for each and every output bit. Okay, output bits are B and B. So write down first K-map for difference. Here two input bits are there. So you have to use 2 by 2 K-map here. Okay, and input bits are A and B. Then write down 0, 1, 0, 1. And then just consider the first output bit. Here D, then where D is equal to 1, D is equal to 1 for 0, 1 and 1, 0. Okay. So 0, 1, write down 1 and for 1, 0, write down 1. So after this, you have to make a group of pair, octet or chord. Okay. Only two ones are there and both are not adjacent, but both are diagonal. Both are diagonal, then we can consider it as a XOR. Okay, means XOR is present here and A XOR B. The final output is A XOR B. Equation for sum, sorry, not sum. Equation for difference is equal to A XOR B. So the next one is find out the equation for borrow. Similarly, you can use Kmath for borrow here. Then write down output values. Here output bit borrow is having only 1 for 0, 1 and for the remaining all cases output bit is 0 where 1 is there for 0, 1. So write down 1 for 0, 1 and for the remaining all cases either you can write 0 or don't write anything because we are considering only 1 present in your Kmath. So write down the equation. What is the equation? A 0 is there, so A complement. Okay, A complement B means equation of borrow is equal to A complement B. All of you getting this? Yes? Understood? Okay, so equation for difference is XOR and equation for borrow is A complement into B. Yes, you have to consider here NOT gate while you are connecting to B, that is borrow. Okay, so your next task is what? Last one task is you have to design the circuit. Then how will you design the circuit? Here, suppose A and B. You can consider it like this. Inputs are A and B. Then sum can be represented by XOR gate. Then you can consider here XOR with sum difference. Difference can be represented by XOR gate. So draw this diagram. Now the next output bit is borrow and borrow is represented by A complement into B. So take one line from this A, but you have to use complement. So use NOT gate here. NOT gate. Connect NOT gate to the input A. You get A complement. So take this A complement and take another input that is B because A complement into B. Into means AND gate. And this is your final borrow of the circuit. Okay. This is the logic diagram of half adder. Only change is that NOT gate is used in the half adder, which is not present in the half subtractor, which is not present in the half adder. Understood? Remember, when in your examination only problem definition is given, nothing is given else. Okay, from this problem definition you have to identify what are the inputs and outputs, then draw the truth table, then find out the equation from Kmath, and final task is the diagram, that is circuit diagram. You have to draw for the Boolean equation you are getting after using the Kmath. Got it? Yes, done? Similarly, here In the case of binary subtractor, half subtractor, borrow is not considered. The previous operation borrow generated borrow is not considered in the half adder. So for that purpose, to overcome this drawback, full subtractor is designed or full subtractor is implemented. Okay, so your next problem definition is design full subtractor. Can you design this by your own? Only one student can do this. Otherwise, can I take this in the lecture? Can I explain it in the lecture? Yes. Full subtractor. Should I explain it? Okay. So, all of you completed this? Circuit diagram, truth table, block diagram and K-map. You have to do all these tasks whenever you have to design any problem definition or any combinational circuit. Okay, so we'll see how to design full subtractor. We'll see how to design full subtractor. Okay, so instead of using half adder, half subtractor, you have to use full subtractor. Again, which is similar as full adder. Means full adder has three inputs here A, B and full subtractor has three inputs which is borrow out is included here. Don't consider borrow out. We can consider here borrow in which is coming from the previous operation, previous bit operation. Okay. This is the full subtractor and output bits are same as difference and second one is borrow out, final borrow. Okay, this is the block diagram of full subtractor. Now, after this, what is your next task? You have to write down truth table for this. Okay, truth table means number of inputs are 3. So, inputs and outputs. Inputs are A, B and B in. And outputs are difference and B out. That is borrow out. Okay. So, how many combinations are there? Total number of combinations from 000 to 111. You have to use 8 number of combinations. 000, then 001, 010, then 011. Shall I write it above? Inputs and outputs. Inputs are A, B and B in and outputs are difference and borrow out. Then write down 000, then 001, 010, 011, 100, 101, 110 and 111. You have to write down total 8 combinations from 000 to 111. After this, difference means what? A minus B in. You have to perform this. A minus B in. Means what? Initially, for first combination 0 minus 0, 0, borrow is also 0. 0 minus 0, 0, borrow is also 0. So difference is 0, borrow is also 0. Now, second combination 0 minus 0, difference is 0, borrow is 0. 0 minus 1, difference is 1, borrow is 1. So difference is 1 and you are getting borrow 1. Understood? Yes, are you getting this? In this case, when you subtract 0 from 0, 0 minus 0, you are getting 0 difference and borrow is also 0. But after the second one case, 0 minus 1, 0 minus 1, you are getting difference 1 and borrow is also 1. Similarly, 0 minus 1, difference is 1 and borrow, you are getting borrow 1. But after this 1 minus 0, difference is 1. Means write down here 1 and in the previous operation, you are getting borrow 1. So write down borrow 1. Okay, for this combination. After this, 0 minus 1, difference is 1, borrow is 1. Then 1 minus 0, difference we get 0, but for the previous operation, we are getting borrow 1, so write down borrow 1. Okay, after this, 1 minus 0, difference 1, borrow 0. 1 minus 0, difference 1, borrow 0. Next, 1 minus 0, difference 1, borrow 0. 1 minus 1, difference we are getting 0, borrow is also 0. Next combination, 1 minus 1, difference 0, borrow 0. 0 minus 0, difference 0, borrow is also 0. And for the last one combination, where 1 minus 1 means you have to follow this sequence. A minus B. 1 minus 1, difference is 0, borrow is also 0. But after this difference 0 should be subtracted this 1. Okay, means 0 minus 1. Again you are getting difference 1, borrow 1. Difference 1, borrow 1. Understood? Right? Okay. So after this, because this truth table is very important. If truth table is wrong, then your K-map is wrong, then your equation will be wrong, and again your final circuit diagram will be wrong. Once your truth table is right, then only your final circuit diagram will be right. Okay, understood? You have to consider this sequence A minus B in, where we are subtracting 1 minus 0. Every time your difference will get 1 and borrow is also 1. Okay, and what you are getting from the previous subtraction, that particular difference you have to consider for subtraction to the B in. Okay, after this, write down the K-map. You have to write down K-map for first output bit, that is D. Okay, so here 3 number of inputs are there. 3 number of inputs means 2 by 4 K-map you have to use here. So write down K-map and find out the equation. A, B, B in. Combinations are 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0 and 0, 1. Consider this column only, where this column is equal to 1, where this column is equal to 1, for this one, and for the last one. Okay, means 1 is present for 0, 0, 1. 0, 0, 1 means write down 1 here. Again 1 is there for the combination 0, 1, 0 means 0, 1, 0. Write down 1 here. Again 1 is present in the combination 1, 0, 0. Then write down for 1, 0, 0, which is common cell. This is the common cell. Write down 1 here. Now the last one cell is 111. Where is 111? 111 is present here. This K-map is similar as sum of the full adder. Okay, means what? Here again XOR is present. Okay, so you can simply write down A XOR B in. Otherwise, consider separate and write down the product term for each one. Simplify that particular At the end, you will get the final expression of B is equal to A XOR B XOR B in. At the end, after simplifying the equation, you will get this A XOR B XOR B in. Are you getting this? Yes? Any doubt? Okay. So, your next task is what? You have to write down the second K-map to find the Boolean equation for B out. And tell me what you are getting the equation for B out. Solve this and tell me the answer. Very good. Yes, Anjali is also right. Zulfin is right. Your students have given the right answer. What about the remaining students? Very good. Okay, so I think and I hope all of you getting the final expression for B out. Final expression for B out is equal to, tell me anyone, just unmute yourself and tell me the equation for B out. What you are getting? Yes? Unmute yourself, Zulfi,
A
and tell me the
compli-
answer.
A com-
A complement B,
A complement B
B plus B B in,
plus
B B in
B in
plus
plus
A complement B in.
B complement
A complement B in.
A complement B in.
Yes, ma'am.
A complement B and A complement B in.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it right?
Yes, ma'am.
All of you getting this? Yes, A complement B. Yes, right. A complement B in. This is the final expression for B out. And after this, your next task is you have to draw the circuit diagram for these two output expression, output Boolean expression. Okay, so draw the circuit diagram. Remember, today there is your practical session. Okay, so you have to perform your first practical assignment, that is design 4-bit BCD to gray. Oh, sorry, 4-bit BCD to XS3 code converter. Means you have to design the code converter which converts 4-bit BCD number to the 4-bit XS3 number. So before the practical, you should have the complete paperwork. Means the truth table of this, then K-map, final equations, and then the circuit diagram. Means you should have this particular paperwork before implementation of the practical. Okay, so draw this circuit diagram, complete this circuit diagram. So, thank you all of you. We'll meet in the next lecture. Or sorry, in the practical session. Okay. So,